Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. As of Monday afternoon and the recording of this episode, there was breaking news involving Omid Scobie's new book. A rush to remove copies of the book from shelves due to an issue with the Dutch translation had apparently accidentally named the member of the royal family, implying they were the individual accused of making racist remarks. We'll have more on this story as we get more facts. But moving on, Omid is continuing to deny he is friends with Meghan. Speaking to the Evening Standard, he said, "I feel like it's a force they can't even stop. No matter how many times I explain that I'm not her friend, there's always going to be a million people still calling me Meg's pal. I'm not out here and in California living in Montecito. All of that is just complete nonsense. The reality is there's no friendship there." PR expert Renee Smith told the Daily Express, "The Sussexes' choice to remain silent on Endgame raises immediate questions, especially given their history of openly addressing public matters. While Scobie has distanced himself from the Sussexes, their silence on the claims in Endgame is notable. Typically vocal on public issues, their lack of response could be misconstrued as an endorsement of the book's contents. This silence might impact their public image, potentially making them appear untrustworthy to potential partners. Partners and collaborators who prioritize privacy might view the couple's latest silence with suspicion. This is particularly relevant in high-profile partnerships where discretion is paramount. The mere implication that Harry and Meghan are willing to divulge personal details, as suggested by their rumored association with Endgame, could lead to hesitancy or reluctance from potential partners. It's a precarious balance for Harry and Meghan, who are often scrutinized when they choose to speak out or stay silent. In Endgame, Scobie claims that the royal family has been keen on having Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton emulate Princess Diana's style. According to the book, the emulation included presenting them with specific items Diana frequently wore as part of her iconic outfits. Scobie notes the extensive efforts made to mirror Diana's look, saying, "While finding a trend untouched by Diana's iconic style is almost impossible, the huge amount of effort that goes into channeling her exact look sometimes goes beyond the pale." He mentions that these efforts included actual pieces that the late princess would wear. Drawing on his years of experience from covering Princes Harry and William, Scobie observes that Diana cosplay has become a royal staple during the past 13 years, with her sons being aware of and approving what could be used. Scobie writes about subtle encouragements from the royal family to follow Diana's fashion legacy, stating, "Were there gentle pushes from others? At times, yes. It had been known for someone to go back and pull images of Diana at a certain place or time for ideas." He comments on the complexity of this practice, suggesting that the monarchy aims to benefit from Diana's enduring popularity and success. The book reflects, "At the right moment, this can be a sweet gesture, but there is also a slightly queasy feeling when you realize it's often orchestrated within the same system that contributed to her living misery and an institution that still wants some of Diana's shine to rub off on them." The book claims that Charles is a pampered royal, even having his shoelaces ironed. Mr. Scobie further suggests that His Majesty prefers to travel with high-end 1,000-thread count bed linen that is perfectly steamed. Additionally, Mr. Scobie describes a particular aspect of Charles' nightly ritual, where he allegedly has someone apply exactly 1 inch of toothpaste on his toothbrush. An excerpt from Endgame featured in The Sun details, "When laces get even the smallest bit threadbare, a staff member must quickly switch them out with a fresh ironed pair. There is even a rumor, one that surprisingly sources have confirmed, that Charles likes to have someone squeeze exactly 1 inch of toothpaste onto his toothbrush for him ahead of his bedtime routine." Another excerpt recaps Charles' reaction to the Netflix series. He went from not wanting anyone to talk about his son to openly criticizing that fool. Scobie claims that Queen Camilla sent a message of gratitude to Piers Morgan after he nicknamed Meghan Markle Princess Pinocchio. Scobie suggests that a royal aide informed him that Camilla would not publicly respond to Meghan and Harry's criticisms. However, she expressed gratitude towards Piers for standing up to Meghan. According to some sources, she might have even sent him a note. Palace Intrigue will be right back. The release of Omid Scobie's Endgame has been met with critical reviews from various newspapers as recapped by The Express. The Telegraph awarded the book only 2 stars out of 5. Its arts and entertainment editor, Anita Singh, criticized the book, stating the reporter's much-trailed study of the royal family is laughably partial, devoid of insight, and bizarrely misogynistic. She further described the book as a hit job that reads like a mum's net post about the world's worst in-laws, and questioned Scobie's claim of not being Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's mouthpiece. The Times also gave a less than favourable review, labelling Endgame as not so much an incisive look at why he thinks the monarchy is doomed, more a mishmash of ancient history. Adding to the criticism, even the New York Times, known for its pro-Sussex stance, was unimpressed, commenting that Endgame reads like a press release cooked up by ChatGPT, doing little to shed light on them as humans and doing them no favours. Radio and podcast producer Eva Walkover critiqued the book's focus on setting the record straight for the Sussexes, calling Scobie's predictions a tad hyperbolic and noting the lack of new information compared to Prince Harry's memoir, Spare. She remarked, readers hoping for a final death blow of gossip will be disappointed. We've heard much of it before. The Independent's review, which gave the book 3 out of 5 stars, noted that Scobie paints Meghan and Harry in a relentless, saintly light. Writer Anna Pasternak observed that he is unfailingly sympathetic to the Sussexes, adding, "He does not, as I had anticipated, demonize Charles or denounce Camilla. The real royal villain here is William." William, the villain, and the wonderful Kate have had their heads down and are ignoring Endgame so far. They released a video highlighting the hundreds of honours handed out to members of the public this year. The 40-second video reads, "Rounding off a brilliant year of awarding honours to inspirational people at Buckingham Palace. A huge thanks to everyone for what you have done and continue to do." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button for us. It really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.